Hello everyone, hope you are well on this Friday, late afternoon, early evening. It is December the 27th, and I figured I'd make a video while I am waiting to pick up dinner. Almost every Friday after work, I pick something up and take it home. Mrs. Dawg has placed her order with me, and I have relayed it to the McAllister's little restaurant there behind me. The McAllister's here in Athens is very good. It's just good stuff. The people are friendly, the customer service is awesome, and the food is just very good. So anyway, I'm just waiting on that to be done, and so I'm going to do a video. I have questions. I have a lot of questions. Y'all know I do usually. The questions I have for this video are as follows. Is another big one coming? Another coming? And when is it coming? I believe it is. Is something big going to happen before January 20th? That's a question. Is Trump going to tell us what's going on with the drones? The drone / UPA / unidentified flying objects phenomenon. Is he going to tell us? You know he knows. He knows. If he doesn't tell us, I'm going to be very disappointed. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to be very disappointed. Also, we've seen footage of these flying objects releasing something like a liquid or something being sprayed out or releasing something in the air at night. What is that? What's being emanated from these objects over the population? They seem to be concentrating around military sites, facilities, sensitive facilities, not just in the United States, but in Europe and other parts of the world as well. So that's very interesting. So I have a lot of questions about that. So is another big cough coming? I wonder, because I've been reading up. I've been kind of keeping up with it. I don't always talk about it in videos, but I've been reading up on the bird flu thing, and I've been trying to keep up with it. And some of you guys send me information. I appreciate it. Sincerely, I appreciate it. By the way, with emails, please bear with me. I'm bad about not getting back with emails right away. I will respond. Sometimes it just takes me a little longer, so hang in there. There's something in the offing for January 20th. I just have that weird feeling, y'all. I really do. It's a weird feeling. This is one reason I was stressing so much yesterday, and I always do a lot, often, is the importance of continuing to prepare as just an ongoing thing. Part of our lifestyle. Many of you have been doing it for years. I ask these questions because I know in the comments there's going to be interesting responses. There's going to be very knowledgeable, experience-based responses. There's going to be wise comments. There's going to be very thoughtful comments. If you read through the comments, and if you don't, I urge you to take a look at them. There's a lot of wisdom being put down in there. More knowledge than I have. And there's also some interesting comments, some wild comments that I do not understand what that's coming. I don't understand what the comments mean sometimes. But I appreciate you commenting. I do. I appreciate it. I really do. Reports are that the bird flu are going through mutations. Now, there's a patient in Louisiana that they say likely mutated there were mutations in this Louisiana patient. This is the first severe case in the United States, is what they're saying. They said that this may allow for the virus to better bond to the receptors in the upper airway of humans. That doesn't sound good to me. Now, that is coming from that three-letter agency that starts with a C and ends with a C. You know what I mean? Very concerning, they say. Yeah, I guess so. What could go wrong, right? They also say that we are closer to seeing a readily transmitted virus people to person. So it looks like so far these have been just transmitted from animal to human. But it's saying that we're seeing it being we're closer to seeing, it hasn't made the jump yet, or the mutation to where it's readily transmitted person to person. Now, the way I read that is if it makes that jump, we could be in trouble, because previous reports have said that this could have a very high fatality rate. So that wouldn't be good. That doesn't sound good. It also said that, quote, now that is the key that sits in the lock, but it doesn't open the door, at least not yet. It's just sitting, like the key's in the lock. It's in there, but it's not turning to open the door yet. I get the feeling that that's like the goal. Does it not feel like that to y'all? Am I alone in this? It feels like there is a goal, a project, whatever you want to call it, to make that key turn in the lock. We'll put it that way. That might be safe to say. I really do get that feeling. I think a similar thing was test run back, 4 years ago. Interesting. Closer to seeing it readily transmitted between person to person. Well, that don't sound good. Before we go any further, I don't think I mentioned it at the top of the video. I have 2 excellent passages I'm going to share with you. One of them is one of my favorites. Stay tuned. So let me know what you think about this. I mean, are we, and what's going to come with this? We know 2 things. One, they're going to want to do the lock down, and then they're going to want to push a treatment for it, a helping agent. We'll say that a helper for that. We know that would come too, or at the same time. It's like a familiar feeling. So prepare. That could pounce. It really could. Again, it seems like it's the goal. It's like that's being worked on. Just like the last one was, in my opinion. I don't know about y'all. Maybe the last one was just kind of a dry run, so to speak, and the real big one's coming. Just a hypothesis. I'm not saying this is actually certain, for certain going to happen. They said that the risk still remains low that this, blows up into something. Also in the news, let me know your thoughts on that, because I just have a feeling. We also need to just be taking care of our health the best we can. There's a lot of sick people. There's a lot of people that are sick. And what I'm hearing from a lot of you, I'm hearing from people that I know in person that have nothing to do with the channel, family members, people at work, clients, overhearing it. Now, I know you're going to say, Dawg, it's, we're in December. It's the time of the year. I get that. But, man, it's a lot. Like, I'm hearing about the hospitals being, the ERs being very full. I hear that from my family member. I hear that from a lot of people. My mother had to go to urgent care for something, and she said they had to wait hours. But she had a fever. It's not like they could just walk out and come back later. So they stuck with it. She and my dad. She got treated very well. Everything's fine. She got medication. She got help. So she's going to be fine. But she said, man, it was busy in there. Like really busy. The doctor's office, the regular doctor's office, super, super busy. Just the family practitioner thing as well. Hospitals. I'm hearing from a lot of you folks about it too. Yeah. Just saying. Taking care of our bodies. Eating the best we can. I admit it's the holidays. I'm not eating I'm not eating as healthy as I should. But no matter how unhealthy we eat at times at our home, we pump the help. I mean, we pump the stuff, the vitamins, your C, complex B, your multi, your zinc, D3 plus K, and man, maybe some others. Y'all load up. I do these all the time, and I know you know I do this kind of thing or something similar to it. Get something, and I'm in and out of a lot of places in public, in the community, and I wash my hands like crazy. I wash my hands so much I have to keep lotion around too, especially in the winter, because I touch a lot of doorknobs. It's disgusting when I go into a bathroom how many men come in, do their business, and don't even wash, man. They just walk back out. Like, really? I mean, you didn't even run your hands under the water. Just walk back out after coming out of that stall. And you just walked out the door. And I don't know what you're touching when you go back out there. Is it something I'm about to touch or about to get near? Gives me the willies, man. Anyway, I digress. So, no wonder a lot of people getting sick. In other news, I just saw this a while ago before I started recording. I gotta tell y'all. The current administration, I'm not even gonna say the name anymore, it just makes me sick. The current administration is set to send another $1.25 billion in weapons to, you guessed it, the Z-Man. The country that starts with a U. Yeah. Set to send all this before Trump takes office. Now, that's another thing. If this BS doesn't stop with Trump, I'm going to be highly disappointed as well. I mean, seriously. This is dang ridiculous. I was going to say a much stronger word than that, but I didn't. Also with the border. If there's not something done day one or day two, I give them 24 hours. Something done, at least some kind of word about what's going to be done about the border, I'm going to be highly disappointed. I think I'm setting myself up to be disappointed, y'all. What do y'all think? Hopefully I'm not, man. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm going to insert cautiously optimistic. We're dealing with humans here, right? I know. Well, let's take care of our bodies, y'all. All right, I'm going to do two passages, y'all, because one's my favorite. It's one, not all, and one of my favorites. Put it that way. And that is, well, I'll get to that one next. But anyway, I like both of these. A lot of these are good. First one I'm going to do, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction." I'm going to read it again. It's short. "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction." A lot of fools running around out here. And in the higher up echelons of the GOVT. You know what I mean? That's the truth, right? Man. The next one is definitely one of my favorites. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11 says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for calamity, to give you a future and a hope." plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare, to prosper you, and not for calamity, not for harm to come to you. That's his plan. And a future and a hope. So if we trust the Lord, which we do, right? This is what he wants for us. He wants this for us. Now, we have free will. I believe we do. Again, I'm not a Bible scholar. I am not a theologian by any stretch of the imagination. But I will say that my view is that we have free will. And we have to help ourselves. We have to use what the good Lord has equipped us with to help ourselves as well. We also should, when we feel that tug, when we feel that calling, and you know what I mean, a lot of you know what I mean, we should follow it. Sometimes it might take us a minute. Sometimes we fight it, right? We fight it like, no, okay, you know. So it takes a while. He understands that. I think he understands that. But go with it. If you follow it and it doesn't seem right, give it time, because you have to be patient. Because I know I've been in situations where I follow it and I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on. And then later down the road, I see it. So follow it anyway. Have faith. Keep the faith. Because you might feel that calling to do something. And it might be a short stint somewhere, just a short place somewhere, you know, temporary, the word I was trying to get, for a particular reason, to impact maybe a particular person. And you don't really realize that right away. And that person doesn't realize it right away, but you planted a seed and it was all meant to be. Just saying, think about it that way, that you were placed not necessarily to give, you know, and it blesses you, but you're being put in a place to help somebody else, even if it's just very short, but it impacts them. So if that makes sense, I hope it makes sense. Let me know. But we're going into a weekend, y'all. All kinds of stuff happens on weekends at times. So share your thoughts. If you like this video, hit the like button. It helps me out. I never say that much, but I need to. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. That helps too. And you'll know when I make videos. So anyway, let's be safe. Be careful out there. Stay close to Jesus. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.